Is a recession coming? Who knows? But there's a lot of talk about it, there's a lot of worry about it, and one thing we know for sure, there's going to be a recession, there's going to be economic downturns, there's going to be economic pullbacks. And whenever those things happen, people get really panicked and really worried about their business, and they start making bad decisions. So in this video, I want to share with you about how I recession-proof my business so that hopefully you can recession-proof your business so that when these kinds of things come up, you don't need to pay any attention to it, you don't need to worry about it, you don't need to stress about it because you already have the plan in place to make sure you don't need to worry about it. First, we're going to talk about the reality of a recession, just looking at the numbers and the data. What does a recession actually mean as a painting contractor? And then we're going to talk about who doesn't need to be worried, and I can just give you a little validation that, hey, you're in good shape. You don't need to worry about this. So let's jump right into the reality of what it even means to go into recession as a painting contractor. Back in 2008, there was a study done by Harvard that showed that the home improvement industry took about a 17% pullback during the recession. That was a brutal recession, and it took a 17% hit. What this study also found was that the bigger ticket items like kitchen remodeling, bath remodeling, full home renovation, custom home building, like that segment of the market is what got hit the worst. And then the smaller items got hit less and less and less. Small items being painting, for example. So a lot of people put off painting because I'm gonna see if I can get away with not painting my house because I know I'm gonna sell my house. And then when 2008 happened, it's like, hey, okay, not selling my house. I guess we have to paint it and take care of the house that we live in because we'll sell it later. So painting took less of a hit than everything else did. And if you just look at the averages, we're probably looking at something like a 10% decline in the painting industry, if even that. So that's the reality with which you're actually dealing. If last year you did 300,000 in business and this year everything stays the exact same, but there's a 10% pullback, this year you do 270 in business. So that's what we're actually looking at here is a 10% drop in our business. That's what it actually means to be in a recession as a painting contractor in the painting industry. Give or take. Maybe it's a little worse, maybe it's a little better, but that's a pretty good benchmark from a pretty bad recession we had in 2008. So now let's talk about what you need to do in your business so that you don't need to worry about a recession, and essentially what you'd be doing is recession-proofing your business if you did the following. So if a recession is gonna be a 10% drop in your business, to recession-proof your business, you need to have a business that's growing by 10% per year or more. All right, so if your business is growing by 10% or more every single year, and then there's a drop by 10%, that means for 1 year, your business doesn't grow, but it stays the same as it was last year, which means you go from wherever you were to staying the same, and that is just fine. Now you've recession-proofed your business, and then when the recession ends, we're back to 10% growth year over year, which is great. So that's the real answer to recession-proofing your business, is you have to just be growing your business, and you gotta do it by 10%. And it turns out that growing your business by 10% is incredibly easy to do. Routinely at Painting Business Pro, I've got members who are doubling their business year over year, or growing by 30%, or 50%, or 60%. And oftentimes their income is growing by more than the business itself because they're becoming more profitable and more efficient, and other things are happening. So here are some examples of what you would need to do in your business to improve it by 10%. You could go from, if you're getting 10 leads a week right now, you need to figure out how to get 11 leads a week, and your business would grow by 10%. If you're selling 33% of your estimates right now, you need to improve your sales to sell 36% of your estimates. If right now you're making a 30% net profit margin on your business, you need to increase your prices by 3% for a 10% increase. And when you increase those prices, you improve your sales a little. Now, if you stack those things together and you say, you know what, this year in my business, I'm not gonna get 10 leads a week, I'm gonna get 11. And I'm not gonna sell 33% of my estimates, I'm gonna sell 36. And I'm not gonna make this profit margin, I'm gonna make a 10% more. Instead of making 55% gross profit, I'm gonna make 52.5% gross profit. If you start stacking just 3 of those things together, your business growth is in the 20 to 30% range, not 10. So it's really pretty easy to grow your business. But how you grow your business is you have to be really committed and focused on developing your skills and getting better at growing the metrics in your business. The first thing that we always recommend doing for people is get a business plan and start tracking your numbers so you know what they are, so you know what number you need to hit. So for many people out there, you don't even have a foundation for your business, and that would be the place to start. So that's the most important piece to building a recession-proof business, is build a business that's growing. But how you build a business that's growing is you develop yourself to be someone who invests time consistently into growing your business. If you do that, if you invest your time and maybe even money into developing yourself to grow your business, 10% growth is not hard at all. And if you can do that one thing, you will have recession-proofed your business. And here's the really good news, sort of. At the end of the recession, there are gonna be people who were barely making it and didn't do what I'm telling you to do, and now they're not barely making it, and now they're out of business. And when the recession is over, there is all the same amount of business back, maybe even more, but with less people out there providing services to that market. The people who last out the recession end up even stronger on the other side. And the times I've been through recessions and economic downturns, every single time the company I've been a part of or my companies have grown through it. So that's the most important thing. Now there's a few other things called don't be stupid, because if there's a recession, there's things that you shouldn't do also. Don't make big investments. Don't aim for super high growth. Be a little more conservative. Don't pull back on investing in marketing. If you stop spending money on marketing, that's what hurts people. This is where people start to be stupid about a recession. They start to get so conservative that they make decisions that actually make their business smaller. The game is to grow your business by 10%, but if you stop spending money on marketing, you go from 10 leads a week to 7, and your business shrinks. But it didn't shrink because of the recession. It shrank because you stopped spending money on marketing. So don't be shy about growing your business. Be aggressive about growing your business by making it better, not by making huge investments. And that's how you not worry about this recession, is learn how to build your business by 10% or more a year. And so get yourself set up right now so you never have to think about this stuff again.